Well, hello once again. This is me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK, on Saturday the 27th of August 2011. I've just been reading a very nice book called Along the Enchanted Way. It's described as a story of love and life in Romania, and it's a travel book, and it's very difficult not to be totally impressed and, as in the title, enchanted by this book. It's by William Blacker, and I'll tell you who it's published by if you give me a second. It's published by John Murray. William Blacker, published by John Murray, and it's called Along the Enchanted Way, and it's only recently come out. It's fairly new, quite reasonably priced on Amazon, and as usual you get incredibly quick service. So I can recommend this book. And in the book he goes to Romania several times. First time just after the communists had been ejected and Ceausescu and his wife had been executed on Christmas Day 1989, I believe. And he finds it absolutely stunning compared to the way of life in the West. He found it absolutely delightful, and I believe Prince Charles has found a similar enchantment with the way of life, because the people in the villages were very remote and very different to people in the cities. And to my mind, I'm not impressed by city life. It has lots of conveniences, and it's very nice to have high-speed broadband and be able to walk to the doctors and to the post office and the bank. But then one tends to be a little bit remote from the earth, from the planet, from life, if you like. And the people in the countryside in Romania, even today, the older ones, lived independently. They had a plot of land and a house, in a sort of little farm, if you like, several acres with lots of fruit trees. They'd keep a cow, first of all, for preference, maybe some sheep, goats, and even a pig perhaps. They'd chop wood for the fire, and they'd do the cooking and go to the local church and work very hard out in the fields. They still cut the grass then with a scythe rather than a machine as we do today. And they were very happy people, very happy people. And I don't think what we've brought them with Tesco's and Carrefour, the supermarkets, in place of fresh grown fruit and fresh eggs from chickens that they kept themselves and honey from a beehive. There's nothing in a supermarket to even come remotely close. But the problem is that this is what is called progress. I'm not sure necessarily that it is progress. And I don't think particularly that the kind of city life that we have in our big cities is anything particularly good to boast about. But while we've got a big population on the planet, it's no good burying our heads in the sand and saying let's go backwards into the past, get rid of all this modern gadgetry. It's very convenient to be able to fly. I don't particularly like flying. I don't like the security you have to go through, taking your belt off and your shoes. I don't like the pain in your ears from the pressurization. I don't like the feeling you get having been squashed in a tiny seat and eating your meals sort of like this. On the other hand, it's very nice to be able to fly from Manchester in 4 or 5 hours and be in Romania, whereas it would take me 2 days by train or 50 hours by coach, and that's from London. So, but it's much cheaper to fly actually than take the train. This is the crazy upside down world we're in. We try to persuade people not to fly, and yet it's probably about 1/3 of the cost to go by plane compared to going by train. So there you have it, the world's upside down, the world's mixed up. And we've got this strange mixture of Conservative, Liberal coalition government. They keep telling us we've got no money and that they're going to have to cut this and cut that. Yet they still managed to find enough money to spend 300 million bombing Libya. Apart from what they're spending in Afghanistan, fighting the Taliban as it's called, they've got no chance. No chance. There's 150 million people living in Pakistan next door. And many of them can't wait to put a gun over their shoulder and start taking pot shots at us in Afghanistan. Because they're Muslims and they don't like Christians going into another country and telling their Muslim brethren what to do. And despite the fact that we've spent billions there, and many have died of all nationalities, we haven't done a thing, it seems to me, to stop the heroin trade. They're still growing poppies as if there was no tomorrow. So what the heck are we doing there? I don't think anybody can explain it. Well, that's about it for today. It's Saturday on a bank holiday weekend. As usual, the weather's pretty miserable with showers, although I like it cool myself. It's currently 16 degrees centigrade here. It's about 29 in Bucharest, where my girlfriend lives. So I'm going to say God bless, while it's still legal in the UK to say God bless. Take care. Bye for now.